Welcome to another episode of Jay Leno's Garage. We like to do new products here, especially products made in America by Americans. And you're a veteran, correct?
Yes, I am.
Vietnam veteran, like my brother. And, you know, this is one of those cool kind of products every car guy, when he sees it, goes, I wish I had one of those when I was putting my car together. This is Freilich. The name of the company is?
Easy Run Engine Test Stands.
Easy Run Engine Test Stands. And that's what this is. This is an engine test stand. Where did the idea come from for this? How long have you been doing this?
We've been doing this since '06, Jay, and
Okay.
one of the guys in the car club had an engine, needed to be freshened up. The car was so nice, we didn't want to try and drop it in without testing it.
Right.
So we went ahead and built our first stand, of course, and everything worked out fine. And we had a couple of the people in town decide to borrow the stand, and they wouldn't return it.
Right.
So we wound up building more stands, and here we are today.
Well, it's great. And it's all made in America, obviously.
Yes.
That's very good. Okay, so let's see what we have here. You've got a radiator, obviously the cooling engine. You've got, tools and whatnot here. Can transmission go on here as well?
Yeah, with this situation, Jay, we know that there's a lot of guys out there that would like to run their engine and trans before it drops back into restoration. So we have combinations where you can run just an engine with a standard bell housing, or we have an adapter kit where you can run the engine and a complete automatic trans.
Let's take a look at the control panel here. Let's see what we got. Nicely done. Obviously, this is what, throttle?
Yes.
Okay. And you've got water temperature, oil pressure, almost like a dyno, but without the dyno.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. And this is the longer version,
This
correct?
is our 66-inch version
Okay.
versus the 54-inch.
Okay, so if I had a big straight 8 from an early Packard or a Duesenberg or something, this is the one I would want.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This seems like almost a must-have for any restoration shops. Nicely done. What do these go for? What do they retail for?
The professional series, as we're looking at right here, the extended version is $2,225.
Okay, very cool. Let's wheel this one out and show people what it looks like with an engine on it. Wheel that one in, you guys. All right, that's more like it. There you go. Very cool. What motor is this?
This is a 468 big block Chevrolet.
Okay.
And we were fortunate to get the Merc Cruiser blower setup. It's a 177.
Okay. Now, obviously, this is a pretty fancy rig. If you can't afford that, we got this one here. Slide that in here, guys.
Jay, this is an engine dolly. We have many of our clients that have some very high dollar engines. They didn't want to trust it to some of the offshore products.
Right.
They asked us, because they already have our stand, they asked us to come up with a totally universal engine dolly cradle system that they can trust, put the high dollar engines on, transport them to and from different dyno facilities to the race trailer. And this is what we do, and it is completely universal.
And how much is this unit?
This one is $199.
Well, there you go. That's pretty good, $199. Okay. Well, let's wheel this out, and we'll start this baby up. And this is something we could run right here on the stand, huh?
Absolutely, self-contained.
Now, I noticed this model, you have twin fans cooling. Obviously, bigger motor, more heat.
Correct.
So, okay. But I imagine you could adapt whatever fans you want on there. And these all run off the same battery, correct?
Yes.
All right, nice.
And we have the charging system hooked up on this, Jay, so when we go to the shows as part of our demo plan, this can sit and run for hours.
Oh, very good. Until people get asphyxiated standing next to the exhaust.
It actually runs clean.
Can we fire it up?
Yes, of course. Would
Let's
you like
see.
to do it?
Well, go ahead. Why
Okay.
don't you do it? It's your engine.
All right, we'll turn the master switch on.
Okay.
We'll just give it a couple shots of fuel. And right here we have our coil power, so we coil up our distributor, our ignition system. This one here we have for our electric water pump option, and then we have our electric fan option.
Okay.
Typically, this on a normal customer will say electric fuel pump because the system is wired for the electric fuel pump.
So then you just hit the start button.
And that's all we do.
And you can bring it down.
And we have our electric water pump.
Okay. And we're going to kill it just this one. Well, it's nicely done. It looks pretty sturdy. Very cool. And of course, there's your fuel supply right down there. Well, you got about 5 gallons?
That's
10
a 6-gallon tank.
6-gallon tank.
It typically comes with a 3-gallon. Some of the larger customers needed a 6-gallon, so we went with that for
And
them.
you got what, cup holder or timing light or whatever
Timing
you
light
want up
holder,
here, tools
absolutely.
up here. You know, I've never seen one of these. It seems like one of those, why didn't I think of it ideas, but you thought of it. So very good. And give us the website again.
It is easy-run.com.
It's just a great thing to have. Al, thank you very much, and
My pleasure, Jay.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
See you guys later.